Hi friends, how are you? We will discuss how to ask questions in English language. People generally say that it is easier to ask questions and difficult to answer. Is it correct? Is it correct to say that asking questions is more easier than answering them? In fact, asking questions is very difficult than answering those questions. The question is the basis of knowledge. By asking questions, you improve your knowledge, you refresh your knowledge through only questioning. If there is no question, there is no answer, there is no improvement of knowledge. If you don't ask, you can never develop. So asking questions is the basis of any language, and asking questions only triggers the language. So for language learning, for language acquisition, and for language improvement, asking questions is one of the biggest task and an important task. Okay friends, before going deep into the discussion, I think you are all enjoying my videos. If you enjoy this video also, please like it, share it, and if you are watching my channel for the first time, please subscribe it and touch the bell icon. Yes, now we will see what question words are there in English language. Question words, just like in Telugu, Hindi, any other language, any other human language, there are question words. In English also there are some question words. Let us first discuss the question words in English language. See, we have who, what, why, when, where, which, how long, how far, how often, how much, how many, how big, how small, how near, etc. question words we use to ask questions. First, we should know the meaning of the question words to make questions. For the beginners, it is important to know the meaning of the question words, and they should know what question word is to be used to make such and such a type of question. Who, it is used for human beings only. Who, evaru, for human beings. What, ఏమిటి, why, ఎందుకు, when, ఎప్పుడు, where, ఎక్కడ, which, ఏది. This is particularly used for non-human beings. And how, ఎలా, how long, here how long means ఎంత సమయం, ఎంతసేపు అని కూడా అంటాం, ఎంత సమయం. హౌ ఫార్ ఎంత దూరం. యూ కెన్ ఆల్సో ఆస్క్ హౌ నియర్ ఈజ్ ఇట్, లైక్ దట్. హౌ ఆఫెన్ ఎంత తరచుగా, ఎన్ని మార్లు, లైక్ దట్. హౌ మచ్ ఎంత మొత్తము. హౌ మెనీ ఎన్ని, సంఖ్యలో చెప్పాల్సి వచ్చినప్పుడు ఫర్ కౌంటబుల్ థింగ్స్ we say how many, ఎన్ని, how many pencils, how much milk, how much money, how big, ఎంత పెద్ద, how small, ఎంత చిన్న, like that. These are the mostly used question words, and if we know these question words well, we can easily make questions. So you can ask questions like who is he, who is your father, who is your friend, who is your English teacher, like that. And what is your name, what is the name of the city you live in, what is the biggest city, or which is the biggest city in India, What is the capital city of India? And why are you coming? Why are you studying? Why are you going to school? And when do you go to school? When do you get up? When do you do your homework? Like that. Where were you born? Where are you going? Where do you live? Where are you coming from? Which book do you like? Which is your native place? How big is it? How are you go to how do you go to school? How do you speak? How do you use things like that? How do you do your homework? How do you eat? Like that. How long do you stay here? How long do you study every year, every day? How long have you been living here? Like how far is your city? How far is your school? How often do you go to films? Do you watch films? How much is this shirt costs? How many brothers do you have? How many friends do you have? How big is your house? How small is the city? How near is the post office, etc. So these are the questions we can make. Now let us discuss in detail using a little paragraph here. See here, Ravi, his name is Ravi. His father's name is Raju. He is a driver. He works in Delhi. Delhi is 2000 kilometers away. He visits us once in 2 months. Here, some phrases are underlined. So, we have to make questions. There is a question in 10th class SSC public examinations for 10 marks making WH questions. WH questions means open-ended questions. How long, how far, how, etc. also called WH questions. Even though there is no W here, they are also called, those question words are also called WH question words. So you can use all the question words we used here. See the first one. His name is Ravi. His name is Ravi. Ravi is underlined here. So your question should not contain Ravi because Ravi is the answer. Your question should not contain Ravi. So delete Ravi here. Keep Ravi aside and you can use the other words in your question. So if you are from Telugu background or if you studied for a long time in Telugu medium, still you are studying in Telugu medium. If you are well versed with your mother tongue, if you feel doubt about your English, please translate it into your mother tongue. So my name is Ravi. The meaning of the sentence in Telugu is his name is Ravi. Atani peru Ravi. So the question should be Ravi is the answer. So when do we give Ravi is the answer? Atani peru Emiti. So the question word is Emiti. For Emiti we used in English what. What is the question word here? So start your question with what. What. The remaining words you can use. We know that the verb follows the subject. Here what is the subject and the verb is used here what is. And the remaining words, his name. What is his name? So simply change the order, use all the words and use the correct question word. You will get the question. His name is Ravi. The question is what is his name? Yes, come to the next one. His father's name is Raju. His father's name is Raju. So here his father's is the answer. So you should not use his father's name in your question. So the remaining words you can use. So his father's name is Raju. So translate it into your mother tongue. Atani యొక్క తండ్రి పేరు రాజు. హిస్ ఫాదర్స్ నేమ్ ఈజ్ రాజు. అతని యొక్క తండ్రి పేరు రాజు. సో హియర్ హిజ్ ఫాదర్స్, అతని యొక్క తండ్రి should be the answer. So remaining the question should be in Telugu. Evari peru Raju. Evari yokka peru Raju. Evari yokka. The correct question word in English language is whose. Who, whose, who plus apostrophe. Whose. So second one, whose is the question word. Whose. The remaining you can use whose name. Whose name is the subject here is Raju. Whose name is Raju. So don't forget to use the question mark at the end. Whose name is Raju. Come to the third one. He is a driver. He is a driver. Driver is underlined, and your question should not contain a driver. So you have the words he is. He is a driver. He is a driver. In Telugu, the sentence can be understood as ఆయన ఏం పని చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. ఆయన డ్రైవర్ పని చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. So question should be ఆయన ఏం పని చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. We have a simple question form. What? What is he? What is he? In our childhood also, we were asked, what is your father? What is your mother? What are you? What is your grandfather? Like that. So what is he? What is his father, or what is he? Next, come to the third one. He works in Delhi. He works in Delhi. Here the Delhi is the answer. So your question should not contain Delhi. So set Delhi aside for some time. He works in Delhi. So here we don't have any auxiliary verbs. In the first one we have auxiliary is. You can use it even though it is a main verb. You can use it in question directly. And in the second one also we have is, and in third one also we have is. Here we don't have any auxiliary. So we have to separate the verb works into an auxiliary and a main verb. We know that works does plus work. You divide works into does plus work. If it is here worked, 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 it is divided into did plus work. If it is work, it is do plus work. So we will discuss clearly in detail in our next lessons. First it is does plus work. So he works in Delhi. He does work. So we do not use Delhi in our question. So Delhi. The question word should be ekkada in Telugu. Ayana ekkada pani chestaru. Where. So the fourth one is where. So where does he work? Where does he work? And coming to the next one, Delhi is 2000 kilometers away. Delhi is 2000 kilometers away. Here 2000 kilometers away is the answer, and we cannot use this phrase in our question. So we have only Delhi. Delhi is. So in Telugu, if we translate it into Telugu, Delhi is 2000 kilometers away. Delhi 2000 kilometerల దూరంలో ఉంది. తెలుగు క్వశ్చన్ ఎంత దూరంలో ఉంది? How far is Delhi? How far is Delhi? And the last one, he visits us once in 2 months. He visits us once in 2 months. Once in 2 months is the answer here. Your answer should be once in 2 months. And you can make questions using he visits us. So here also again it is the verb visits. We know that it is does plus visit. So translate the sentence into your mother tongue. He visits us once in 2 months. 2 నెలల్లో ఒక్కసారి ఆయన మమ్మల్ని విజిట్ చేస్తారు. 2 నెలల్లో ఒకసారి విజిట్ చేస్తారు అంటే ఎంత తరచుగా, ఎన్ని మార్లు విజిట్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. దిస్ ఈస్ ద తెలుగు క్వశ్చన్. సో హౌ ఆఫెన్ is the question word. You can write here how often. How often visits is separated into does plus visit. How often does he visit us? How often does he visit us? This is the question. Okay friends, we will discuss in detail more in our later lessons using a paragraph from 10th class English reader. Now until then, have a nice time. We will meet in our next video.